caught on camera having assaulted others. Whether the camera having identified them, they've been.
Please file a fresh question.
Oh, Speaker, this is directly in line with
the question is on institutional lapse.
Yes, but that's an institutional lapse. Identifying people.
Please file a fresh question.
Okay, Mr. Speaker.
All members.
Mr.
Yes.
Speaker, can I come up with another supplementary question? Mr. Speaker, according to the minister in his response, he said that the service also intensified training for officers in crowd control and de-escalation and instituted stricter accountability and reporting mechanisms. I would like to find out from the Honorable Minister whether the reporting format that came from the incident that happened in Ablekuma have all been addressed according to the police. I thank you.
Yes, Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I can assure my colleague that yes, almost all the incidents that were reported were dealt with, including even those in the assault and this, and people were prosecuted. Yeah, they were presented before the court, they were prosecuted, some of them received lofty fines, and they had to pay those fines. Some were remanded for days before even the court. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to assure him that yes, and that's one of the things that I commend the IGP and his team for taking those lessons seriously, and that's what culminated into a very peaceful by-election in Akotia. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Speaker, thank you very much for the opportunity. Speaker, I want to ask the Honorable Minister that he's indicated that, or admitted that there were some institutional and operational lapses. To the extent Honorable Mevizawa Kumsin was beaten, do we know those who engaged in the beating of Honorable Mevizawa Kumsin?
Question overruled.
Mr. Speaker, this is the Parliament of the Republic. Speaker, it's not for me to challenge your authority, but flowing from his answers, these are things we are all being advised.
That is what exactly you are doing.
And educated on, Speaker. Speaker, because if our Kumsin was beaten, and we are able to get some institutional lapses, and we have been able to identify the people, even a deterrence.
Honorable Deputy Minority Hui, your question is overruled.
Very well,
if you
Speaker.
have another question, you can go ahead and ask.
Thank you.
Honourable members, let's move to question number 596, standing in the name of Felix Akwete Oakley, Member of Parliament for Botiano, English, Amanfro.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. With the authority of Mr. Felix Akwete Oakley, may I have your permission to read this?
Please go ahead.
Okay. To ask the Minister for the Interior what plans the ministry has to curb the increasing crime rates, especially land guard-related crimes within the Gan South municipality. Thank you.
Yes, Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the Minister of Interior, through the Ghana Police Service, has implemented a series of targeted measures to curb land guard-related crime in the Ghana South municipality and across the wider Greater Accra Tema operational zone. Mr. Speaker, the police administration has established specialized anti-land guard units in both Accra and Tema police regions. These units provide strengthened operational backup for the traditional police patrol teams within the police districts, rapid response, and intelligence-led operations. Within Ghana South, the units support Botiano, Old Botiano, Amanfrom, English, Tuba, Kokrobiti, Weja, Oblogo, Bawe, and adjoining communities. Mr. Speaker, across the Accra Tema Belt, operations also extend to Baltimore, East Legon Hills, Ashalibutwe, Adenta, Amrahia, Enclave, Oyarifa, Pantine, Pokwase, Kwabinya, Ofonko, Amasamai, Kasua, Bujumbura Corridor, Nungwa, Lashibi, Sakumono, Klogon, Dawenya, Pong, Tema Community 18 and 19, and adjoining developing areas. These areas have historically recorded pockets of land disputes exploited by organized land guard groups. Mr. Speaker, the police have increased visibility patrol, surveillance, intelligence-driven swoops, and joint operations with regional and divisional task forces. Key operational zones include, Mr. Speaker, Baltimore, Tuba, Kokrobiti, which is a violent where there's usually a violent takeover and illegal fencing attempt. Weja Oblogo Bawe. And in this area, Mr. Speaker, we normally see intimidation relating to multiple states and boundary disputes. Mr. Speaker, within Baltimore, East Legon Hills, and Ashalboche, we normally have this rapid urban expansion area with competing claims. Then Amasamai, Pokwase of Anko, you have a lot of encroachment and youth mobilization concerns. Then we have Tema East, Pong, Dawenya, and Sakumono Lashibi. You have a lot of land fraud, unauthorized demolition, and threat. Mr. Speaker, these actions by police have resulted in arrest, recovery of weapons, and dismantling of criminal network linked to land guard menace. Mr. Speaker, enhanced investigations and expedite prosecution, the Criminal Investigation Department and Divisional CID offices, particularly Weja, Botiano, Amanfrum, Amasamai, Adenta, Medina, and Tema, now prioritize all land-related criminal cases, including threats, assault, extortion, illegal demolition, and fraudulent sales of land. Investigations involving docket preparation, scene reconstruction, and submission to the Attorney General are being expedited to ensure swift prosecution under the Land Guard Act 2020, Act 1036, 2020. Mr. Speaker, the police continue to rigorously enforce provision of the Land Guard Act, which is the 1060, which criminalizes land guard activities in all forms, including financing, mobilization, and deployment. Arrests and prosecutions have been carried out in areas including Tuba, Botiano, Kokrobiti, Baltimore, East Legon Hills, Pokwase, and portions of Tema and Pong. Mr. Speaker, to reduce land disputes that fuel land guard recruitment, the police collaborates with the Land Commission, the Office of the Administrator of Stud Lands, Traditional Council, Municipal, Metropolitan, Municipal and District Assemblies to verify documentation, prevent multiple sales, and guide proper acquisition in Ga South and across Accra and Tema regions. Mr. Speaker, the police continue to carry out public education and stakeholder engagement in Bontiano, Kokrobiti, Weja, Tuba, Amanfrum, as well as Boteman, Adenta, Amranya, Amasamai, Kwabinya, and part of Tema to encourage lawful dispute resolution and discourage the patronage of langars. Mr. Speaker, the Ghana Police Service remains fully committed to curbing landguard-related crime in Ga South municipality and across the greater Accra Tema jurisdiction through strengthening operations, improved investigation, strict enforcement of the law, and collaboration with stakeholders. That police will continue to safeguard life, property, and lawful land ownership. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Any supplementary question?
Thank you very much. Mr. Speaker, thank you, Honorable Minister, for the response.
Yes. Yes, you have the floor.
Speaker, thank you very much. Honorable Minister, I see you have a very comprehensive answer on this land guard menace. And I've heard a part of some areas in my constituency appear, Weja and Oblogo. Minister, so these land guards who sometimes wield guns, I do not know if you have been able to seize or take from them some of these guns, and if we have proceeded to prosecute them to also serve as a deterrent. Because one of the things that is known as part of their models is when you are, for instance, at a site and you have started construction.
Honorable Jerry Ahmed.
Speaker,
Standing Order 88.7.
Yes, Speaker, I'm laying the foundation.
I read, a member in asking question shall not address the House, raise any argument, or offer an opinion. So strictly supplementary question.
Speaker, I have not offered an opinion. I have only laid a foundation. And this Speaker respectfully thinks that my foundation is not allowed. I can resume my seat.
Please ask a supplementary question.
So, Minister, with all of the issues I've enumerated, I want to find out from you if we have been able to arrest some of these people wielding guns and machetes, and what prosecutions have we done, especially for the public to know, and so for other people who are also interested.
Honorable Minister.
Minister, please.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, in my answer, I clearly stated that we have intensified the arrests and prosecutions, and we've been liaising with the Attorney General's office, except to also admit sometimes the court delays. You present them before the court, there's sometimes unnecessary adjournment, and the court delay, the delay sometimes weakens the security agencies in their effort to get this done. But I want to assure you, like I said in my answer, that many that have been seen, even with cutlass, have been prosecuted for use of it. And even the organizations, many of them will go in to dismantle the network and get some of the kingpins arrested. But like I said, the best we are able to do is to present them before the court. And I don't like to be saying that, Mr. Speaker, that we may have to create special call for almost everything. Well, now we have special call for drug, we have special call for galamsey, and I don't want us to go, by the way that it's going, maybe we may have to create a special call for Langa, because the police have created units in almost all the prone areas, anti-galamsey units, just to focus on it. But when it comes to the prosecution, sometimes there's excessive delay. So that's the only challenge. Other than that, yes, they are up to the task, and we seize the weapons. And sometimes when we get the weapons with them, we seize them, we charge them on multiple grounds. One, frowning on the Act 1036, which is the Anti-Galamsey Act, and then wielding unlawful, weapons. So, Mr. Speaker, yes, we are doing that. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Minister, thank you for the answers. The police patrol, I am aware that we do not have for the anti-land guard department in my constituency. Based on this response, against the backdrop that I've heard Oblogo and Weja, is it the case that you can give us a police patrol? I know Chief Nephew and his colleagues are doing very well on land guardism, but can we hear from you if you can support Weja Agbawe with a police patrol specifically on land guardism?
Please kindly approach the minister with your request. Honourable members, let's move to question number 650, standing in the name of Honourable Richard Query, Member of Parliament for Nandom.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to ask the Minister for the Interior when the proposed police station at Ko in the Northern constituency will be constructed and operationalized to combat escalating crime and enhance community security.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the police, through community engagement, encourage the chiefs and elders of the Ko community to build a police station. The construction is ongoing, but at a slow pace. Efforts are being made to involve the district assemblies to support the construction and the completion of the building. Mr. Speaker, I also want to take this opportunity to encourage my colleague to assist in getting the community to complete the police station. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, any supplementary question?
Yes, Mr. Speaker. May I suggest, Mr. Minister, don't you think it will be good if government will start the project so that some of us can mobilize our people to provide labor and other issues that may be needed? Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the major challenge that we have, I'm happy my colleague is a member of the Defense and Interior Committee, and he will recollect that in 2026, the capital expenditure budget for the police is 10 million. And he agrees with me that with that, the challenges that we have. But we know now today, a lot of the district assembly common fund, chunk of it goes to the district. The district should own their security situation and let us be supporting them. When it comes to this infrastructure, I'm sorry to say, Mr. Speaker, myself, if you go to Ashanti, when I became a member of parliament, there was only one police station. All the additional 4 that was built by me through the support that we get here. So that's why I'm saying that focus and try and use the little resources that come to you to also support us. Because if you want to wait for the center to build, it may take much longer. But I want to assure you that once budgetary allocations are made adequate, we'll be more than happy to get it completed. But I'm sure that if you mobilize within the community, you may be able to finish it faster than waiting for us to come from Accra. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Any further question?
Yeah. No, Mr. Speaker. I thank the Minister for his answer.
Very well. This is a constituency specific. Honourable members, let me crave your indulgence to pause here and acknowledge the presence of some revered guests and students in our midst. Let me start with the students from Kwabenya Atomic MA 3 and 4 Junior High School, led by Madam Victoria Ando, headmistress. They are from Bromi, Kwabenya, they numbered 95. We also have Lord Our Savior School, led by Mr. Prince Selom, director. They are from Pong Akantamanso, they numbered 65. Honourable members, on your behalf, I welcome our students to Parliament and urge them to have a fruitful visit. Honourable members, I have the pleasure to introduce to you 11-member delegation comprising 7 honourable members and 4 officers of the Standing Committee on Public Accounts of the National Assembly of Namibia. They are here on a visit from Monday 8th to Friday 12th June 2026. They are here to engage and interact with their colleague, honourable members of the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament of Ghana. This visit offers an opportunity for the delegation to also meet with key institutions of state that have the mandate of driving the fiscal policies of our country, as well as ensuring the prudent use and efficient management of state resources in line with applicable regulatory statutes. Our visitors are 1. Honorable Hendrik Galbaib, Member of Parliament and Chairperson or leader of the delegation. 2. Honorable Hilaria Mukapuli, MP, Committee Member. Then we have Honorable Modestus Achipara, Member of Parliament, Committee Member. We have Honorable Beta Ngifikwa, Member of Parliament and also Committee Member. Then we have Honorable John Luo Muntong, a Member of Parliament and also a Committee Member. Then we have Honorable Pro Job Amupanda, Member of Parliament and Committee Member. We have Honorable Ine Hengari, Member of Parliament and Committee Member. We have Mr. Willem Isaac, Deputy Director. We have Miss Imelda Hume, Audit Director. We have Mr. Geoffrey Muhinda, Parliamentary Clerk. And we have Dr. Bridget Fikunawa, Chief Policy Analyst. All members, on behalf of the House, I welcome the delegation to Parliament and I wish them fruitful visit to Parliament as well as visit to Ghana. Once again, you are most welcome. All members, let's move to question number 684, standing in the name of Ms. Bahu Mahama Adams, Member of Parliament for Miao. Yes, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I have the authority of the Honorable Member for Miao, Ms. Bahu Mahama Adams, to ask the question. I wish to seek your leave to do so.
Please do.
Mr. Speaker, I wish to ask the Minister for the Interior what the ministry is doing to end the rampant armed robbery on the Tamale-Yendi route, especially portions between Bulgini and Salangpang and Sang, and then Sang and Puria. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, 2 armed robbery cases were recorded during the month of February and March 2026. The first one was at the outskirts of Yendi on Friday, 27th February 2026, on the Tamale-Yendi Road, and the second incident occurred on 2nd March 2026 at Sang on the Yendi-Tamale Road. The command initiated the following strategy within the operational area. Armed escort operations have been initiated for vehicles plying the route at night. 3 additional snap checks have been erected, bringing the total number on the entire route to 6. Day and night proactive patrol have been intensified on the route. A light armored vehicle has been deployed from the regional police headquarters to patrol the stretch and strengthen the security. Mr. Speaker, the command has detailed personnel from other districts to reinforce the Miao Police District staff in providing security. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Any supplementary question?
No supplementary question, Mr. Speaker.
Very well. This is constituency specific. Let's move to question number 776, standing in the name of Richmond Adam Kofi Potosu, Member of Parliament for Whole Central. You have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to ask the Minister for the Interior the rationale for establishing security checkpoints at close intervals in the Volta region sector of the Tema Mo Asikuma Ho and the Tema Mo Asikuma Kweve Hokwe trunk routes.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the Kweve barrier, which is at the Kweve District Police Command, is 33 kilometers from Peki barrier. This barrier was erected out of persistent robbery activities recorded over the years. The 33-kilometer stretch is dark and dangerous for motorists. Additionally, this stretch of road is an accident-prone area. Therefore, the checkpoint is meant to deter drivers from speeding and the armed robbery. The Speaker, the Peki barrier, which is at the Peki District Police Command, is 5 kilometers from Esukuma, created to curb frequent robbery incidents and accidents on that stretch. Also, Mr. Speaker, is to curb illicit drug, that's weed, Indian hemp transportation along the eastern corridor. The Speaker, the Juapon barrier, which is 55.6 kilometers from Pove barrier. The area is highly robbery prone and requires constant police presence. It is also the epicenter of the Western Togoland unrest. The communication network on that stretch is unstable and the robbery is frequent along that stretch, and that is the reason for creating this checkpoint. The Speaker, the Esukuma Custom Migration Checkpoint is 65 kilometers from Pom barrier. It is manned by personnel from the Custom Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority and also Ghana Immigration Service. It serves as critical strategic junction or border corridor checkpoint linking Volta region to transit routes. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, any supplementary question?
Mr. Minister, thank you. Mr. Speaker, thank you. I have no supplementary question.
Yes, Honorable Nyindam.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I use this road very often, but just like the questioner said, the barriers are very close. But in between the barriers, you get the police.
Are you trying to address the House?
Sorry?
Are you trying to address the House? You are to ask supplementary
my question
question.
Is Mr. Speaker, maybe if you were just a little patient with me, you would have understood me. I'm
operating by the rules.
I agree with you, Mr. Speaker. What I'm saying is that in between the barriers, you find the police also in between, which slows down traffic. I want to find out from the minister whether it's also another way of checking or it is a deviation.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, it's like the minister didn't understand my question. What I mean is that just like the questioner said,
Honorable
the barriers
Minister,
are very close.
In between the barriers,
yes,
are policemen.
Policemen again.
Is he also to check the crime
or it is a deviation?
Mr. Speaker, what we notice is that we place these checkpoints at strategic places. So sometimes we have permanent structures. But in between the checkpoints, there are sometimes other routes that can divert away from the checkpoint. So in between, especially where we have highly prone robbery, we want to have the highway patrol also periodically, as kind of unexpectedly, be able to be everywhere. So you cannot predict that you can only meet them at this point. Even though at that checkpoint is a permanent structure, in between, especially when the stretch is long, let's say 10, 15, 20 kilometers, and the network is not good, armed robbers take advantage of the poor network. So we deploy the highway patrol to intermittently just like we do even in Accra and the big cities. Sometimes you just go around a corridor, then you just see people now stopping and checking. In an hour's time, you go there, they are no longer there. You realize that they relocate to another place. It is just to make sure that the criminals cannot predict exactly where we are operating. That's why sometimes that happens. And I know it comes with some inconvenience, but to protect all of us, we must be able to do that and bear some of the inconveniences so that we can all keep safe. Because most of the times, believe me, the armed robbers tend to be some steps ahead of us, and in trying to catch up, you have to devise all manner of strategy to be able to remain on top of the game and ahead of them. That's why sometimes you see that. But bear with us when you see some of these inconveniences. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Speaker, thank you. Speaker, may I respectfully find out from the Minister for the Interior the legal basis for the discrimination of the Immigration Service post at Asikuma in
Your
particular.
question is overruled.
Oh, no, Speaker, just please hear me out. Just a minute. They discriminate against...
I heard you. I said your question is overruled.
May I? With respect, Speaker, may I refrain? Speaker, may I find out from the Minister why privately registered Ghanaian cars are not searched, but Ghanaian cars with commercial number plates are searched?
Question overruled. You cannot jump into a conclusion that they are illegally discriminating. You cannot also conclude that foreigners are not being searched, but Ghanaians are being searched. Please, there are certain things we don't do. In the absence of any further supplementary question, let's move to question number 588. Standing in the name of Honorable Anthony Imie, Member of Parliament for Odotobri.
I'm very grateful, Mr. Speaker. I rise to ask the Minister for Interior the immediate and medium-term interventions the Ministry is undertaking to enhance police infrastructure and strengthen security service delivery within the Amansia Central District.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the police administration is collaborating with traditional authorities and district assemblies to take steps to establishing a police station in their communities to strengthen security presence and enhance policing. Amansa Central District, of course, will be one of the districts to be affected by this initiative. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Any supplementary?
Thank you, Honorable Minister. May I know from the Minister if this is the immediate or the medium intervention being undertaken by your ministry? Which of the two? Is this the immediate intervention or the medium intervention?
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, because of the challenge that we have with resource and the constraints that we have, like I mentioned earlier in answering another question, we are encouraging the district assemblies, now that we know that a lot of resources are being sent to the districts. And you and I can testify that some of the districts are receiving resources that in the past, the whole 4 years, they will not even receive what they are receiving now in a year. And we want them to own some of these properties instead of the money being allocated at the center, and then we try to take from the center. So we are collaborating with the district assemblies and the traditional authorities in terms of the land acquisition, and then the district assemblies stepping in to assist us. And this is something that we've started talking, and myself and my colleague, the local government minister, are working on to see those districts that do not have adequate security facilities could be prioritized. And I want to be sure that Amansa Central will be one that will be focusing on to ensure that there's infrastructure to be able to provide at least the minimal security presence that is required to safeguard the life and property within the constituency or the district. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Any further question?
This would be the last one on this one. Mr. Minister, are there any specific communities that you are targeting? Again, do you have any time frames that we are going to be working by?
You answered the question regarding the time frame, but regarding the specific communities, I think that should be a new subject matter so that you can prepare and bring the record to show.
Well, Mr. Speaker, the difficulty I have is that I will not be able to stand here now and tell that in the case of Amansa Central, this is the most important community that needs to be done. That's why we are liaising.
You are not answering questions regarding the communities, only the timeline.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, I was trying to just assist my colleague. But if he wants specifics and he asks for that, why not? We'll be here to provide him with the specific communities. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
That would be all for 5.
Very well. You may ask question number 777.
Grateful. I rise again to ask the Minister for Interior what steps are being taken to strengthen police presence and logistics in the Ashanti district, particularly Amansia Central District. Jacobo.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the Minister of the Interior, through the Ghana Police Service, is currently in the process of recruiting and training additional personnel, some of whom will be posted to the Amansa Central District to strengthen policing and support the Jacobu Police District after training. In addition, efforts are underway to provide the district with additional logistics to enhance operational effectiveness and improve service delivery. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, any supplementary?
Yes, Mr. Speaker. Minister, what logistics support, including vehicles, motorbikes, communication gadgets or equipment, and patrol resources, do you intend to provide to improve rapid response?
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, as resources become available, we intend to ensure that almost every police station or community has a pickup, has the radio, able to join the regional network and be able to man their, community very effectively. And this requires a standard operational items. And the police is looking into that to ensure that at least they are able to operate effectively within the Jacobu enclave. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Any further supplementary?
Mr. Speaker, that is it for 777.
You may proceed to ask question number 778.
I'm grateful. Mr. Minister, what plans are there to establish additional police force or improve security infrastructure to address rising crime and mining-related conflicts within the Amansia Central District?
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the Ministry of the Interior, through the Ghana Police Service, has engaged chiefs and elders within the district through community policing initiatives. As a result of this engagement, 3 police stations have been constructed at Numeresu, Apetisu, and Tupiase. These stations are yet to be commissioned, and when operational, will significantly enhance security and help address rising crime and mining-related conflict within the Amansia Central District. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Any supplementary?
The very last one. I'm grateful, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Minister, can you confirm to this House whether you have immediate plans of posting men to the various stations you just mentioned, and also to indicate timeframes as to when these stations would be commissioned.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, like I did in an earlier answer to a question by my colleague, we are currently in the process of training new recruits. And as you may know, some chief inspectors are also currently under training to become ASPs, that's Assistant Superintendents of Police. So when these training are done and we have additional numbers, why not? We'll ensure that we post some of them to the Amensa Center and get these police stations commissioned. Time frame, it takes between 6 to 7 months to do the training. So we are hoping that all things being equal, if the current recruits start training in July, latest by December, they should be done. And hopefully by January, we should be able to deploy men and women to Amensa Central District to get this newly constructed police station commissioned and operationalized. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I'm grateful. That is it.
Honourable members, question time. Honourable members, question time is ended. We have exhausted all the questions. On your behalf, I thank the Minister responsible for Interior for attending upon the House and responding to questions. Honourable Minister, we are most grateful to you. You are accordingly discharged. Yes, Majority Leader. Majority Leader, any indication?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we want to move on to conclude the comments on the statement that the Finance Minister made last week. Is that okay?
So we now move to item number 7. Is that so? So we are taking 7A.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, whilst waiting for my colleague to come in, I think we can lay some papers just to buy time for him to come. He's just in the office, adjoining the chamber. So, which minister is here?
Yes.
So we can have the Minister for the Interior to lay item 8A and B and C for us. With your indulgence, Mr. Speaker.
The annual reports. Very well. Yes, Deputy Minority Whip.
Mr. Speaker, we don't have any difficulty, save that we are not in agreement with him laying 8B. We don't have a problem if he's laying 8A and C. The 8B, the minister must be here. He's supposed to brief us on the World Cup. He's not here. Where is he? That someone will need to do his business on his behalf. No. For the other one, we don't have any problem. Okay, so that's fine. He can do it, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable members, we vary the order of business to take item numbered 8 at commencement of public business presentation of papers. The Honourable Minister for Interior to lay the item A, B, C on behalf of the respective ministers. Item numbered 8A.
Annual Statement of the Audit Committee of the Adansi Asokwa District Assembly for the year 2025.
Honourable members, the report has been duly presented. It is referred to the Committee on Local Government and Rural Development for consideration and reports. Item numbered 8B.
Budget Performance Report in respect of the Ministry of Youth Development and Empowerment for the period January to December 2025.
Honourable members, report has been duly presented and it is referred to the Committee on Youth and Sports for consideration and reports. Item numbered 8C.
Annual Report for the Forestry Commission for the year 2023.
Honourable members, report has been duly presented. It is referred to the Committee on Lands and Natural Resources for consideration and reports. Yes, Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I think we can now revert back to item number 7, which is to do with the comment. The Minority Leader is here now. Thank you.
Yes, Habib.
Mr. Speaker, I think the majority side, in many occasions, we have to take this House very serious and take your government business very serious. The minister responsible for finance made a statement on the new engagement of the IMF and the progress made so far. And your side, you are not interested. Out of 189 members that you have, and the majority leader will be concluding on the debate, you have less than 40 in the chamber. When we raise quorum issue, we will be appearing to be doing that in bad faith. But that's the practice. The leader of the House and the minority leader concluding on a very important government policy position. And the minister is not here, the deputy minister is not here, your members are not here. Mr. Speaker, I don't think we should conclude on this. The majority side might get their members to listen to this important conclusion on the debate that our leaders are going to conclude today. The minister came under our standing orders to make a policy position of the government, which is very important. And then the minister is not here. The deputy minister is not here. If the minister is not here, but the deputy minister must be here. So, Mr. Speaker, if they can't get their members, when we raise quorum issue with regards to this matter, don't blame us on this matter. So, Majority Leader, the attendance of your members is not good. 189 and you have less than 40. You are not interested in that. What kind of absent majority is that? What kind of absent majority is that? Mr. Speaker, we will not take this. Mr. Speaker, it's just a paper majority. You are not in the chamber. It's a paper majority. You are not there. 189 and you are just less than 40. We will not. You were telling us that we can debate 1990. Where is your 90? You say we'll debate 1990. Where is your 90, Majority Leader? Abba, they are hungry and they are looking for jobs. They are looking for opportunity under their own government. Look at your back.
Yes, Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I'm sure the Honorable Habib wants you to draw his attention that it is after statements that we commence public business.
Our members, item numbered 7A. We are concluding the debate on the statement on Ghana's new engagement with the International Monetary Fund, IMF, and the progress made by the government in restoring microeconomic stability and debt sustainability, made on Thursday, 28th May 2026. So, in line with our practice, I'll call on the Minority Leader to make his concluding remarks. Please, this is a statement. In the absence of any agreement communicated to me, we'll go by the rules. Please, let me engage the two leaders on this. How many minutes?
Mr. Speaker, this is a comment on a statement, and the rules are clear. It's 5 minutes. It's 5 minutes.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, we know of the practice of this House. Our leaders are given ample time to make concluding remarks on behalf of the other side. I believe that the majority leader himself knows that both of us had to prepare. We were supposed to take this yesterday, and he said he needed enough time to do his preparation, so we should shift it for today. So the minimum time we can have each would have to be 30 minutes. That should be the minimum. So I don't see why he's now talking about 5 minutes. Our colleagues have had the time, and we're summarizing our respective positions on the matter. So I don't see why he wants to run away from
Honorable members.
I don't know why you want to run away.
This concluding remark on a statement, for me, is different from concluding on the state of the nation or a budget statement. This was a statement made under Order 91 and guided by Order 91-4. It reads, a member commenting on a statement shall not take more than 5 minutes except otherwise permitted by the Speaker. This statement is under 91. Statement by Speaker and Minister. The Speaker may make a statement on any matter of interest to the House. A Minister of State may make a statement of government policy, and the statement shall be limited to facts which are necessary to be made known to the House and not contain matters that are likely to provoke debate. So I'm guided by the rules. That is why I indicated I would have to engage the two leaders regarding the time. Yes.
Mr. Speaker, we are guided by your interpretation of Order 91-4. But Mr. Speaker, safe that this is an extraordinary statement, even though it was made under Order 91. It is a statement that we have programmed, and we agreed. That is why we said after the statement being made, we elected another day for the comments and the number of people who will speak. So the whips, we had an agreement, and we said when the leaders are concluding, they should conclude in 30 minutes. That's the agreement of the whips. And we schedule the speakers, and we schedule the speakers, and we schedule how it should be done. So it was not the leaders, it was the whips. And the first day we said, that day, even you remember, we said 10:10. When the whips confide, we said we should do it 5:5, so that we can give time for our leaders to speak. That is why even that day, you see my colleague, Honorable Jerry Ahmed, proposed 15 people, and majority leader said even if it is 1990. But because we wanted to give time for our leaders to conclude, we reduced that to 5 people. And we said from the 5, nobody else is speaking. So these are 6 people to comment on this statement. And we, the whips, agreed that we should do it 30 minutes for leaders to conclude. That was the agreement, Mr. Speaker.
With all humility, by the rules, can you show what makes a statement made by the minister extraordinary?
Mr. Speaker, if I was going to allocate more than 5 minutes or advocate for allocation of more than 5 minutes, it would have been for the deputy minister who was here the last day to respond. But if you recall that day, you restricted him to only 5 minutes. And that was the minister. Ordinarily, he should have the last bite, and if we want to give time, it is he that should be given the time to respond to everything that everybody has said. As we sit, I don't see what he's going to say that people on your side have not said already. And this is somebody's statement. I don't see what I'm going to say that is really far out of what the minister has come to say to this House. So, Mr. Speaker, and there was no such agreement about we reserving time. It's the rules. I want us to follow the rules, because in relation to the minister, we stuck to the rules. The deputy minister who was here representing the minister, we stuck to the rules. So let's keep it to 5 minutes, because that's what the rules say. And then we can finish quickly and go and do the community service bill, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, in the circumstances, I'll ask the two leaders to engage. I'll take 5 minutes suspension. The House is suspended for 5 minutes.